This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
We begin with the coronavirus, as President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. 79-year-old President Biden experiencing very mild symptoms, including a stuffy nose, fatigue, and a cough. He has begun taking Paxlovid, the antiviral drug designed to reduce the severity of COVID-19. He is fully vaccinated and has received 2 boosters. He will isolate at the White House, as you just heard, but still carry out his duties via phone and Zoom meetings. He did post a picture from his desk to Twitter today saying, in part, "Folks, I'm doing great. Thanks for your concern. Keeping busy." All right, so back here at home in your 17 Crime Watch, police have arrested a driver who hit a cop car during a police chase overnight. Bakersfield police say it happened just after midnight when an officer tried to pull over a suspected stolen car at Ash Road and South Half Moon Drive. That's just north of White Lane. Police say the driver, 30-year-old Roderick Sotelo, led them on a chase and at one point appeared to intentionally ram his car into a police vehicle with an officer inside, causing moderate damage to that cop car. The officer inside was not hurt. Police used a tire deflation device which stopped the car, and then they were able to arrest Sotelo for aggravated assault on a peace officer, felony evading, possession of stolen property, and theft with priors, among other charges associated with the chase. Happening right now, Bakersfield Assemblyman Vince Fong once again sponsoring adoption costs for the first 100 pet adoptions at Kern County Animal Services. His 4th annual free adoption fair is underway right now. It continues through Saturday, helping to find loving forever homes for the dogs and cats who are quickly filling up the kennels there on Fruitvale Avenue. So if you are looking to find your next best friend, stop by today, tomorrow, or Saturday from 10 to 4, and those first 100 adoptions are free. Just snap a pic and share it on social media with the hashtag Vince100. And then happening later today, Houghton Community Blood Bank hosting their Pint for a Pint blood drive. Those who donate a pint of blood receive a redeemable coupon for a pint of ice cream at Dewar's. It is happening this afternoon at the Dewar's in the Northwest from 2 to 7. To learn more or to make an appointment, head over to our website, kget.com. Also this evening, I love this one, Bottle Shock Wine and Brew in Central Bakersfield, inviting you to sip down and relax at their Barks and Bubbles event. Bring your pup as you get to taste different pours of bubbles. It's a $15 entrance fee. That also includes a charcuterie board for your dogs. And even though it begins at 8 p.m., there will be pup pools to help your dog keep cool in this heat. Or this evening, you can head over to the Concerts by the Fountain. That's at the Marketplace. TCB Music will perform its genre hits in front of the main fountain from 7 to 9. The summer concert series is free to the public every Thursday in July and August. To learn more about the upcoming acts, just head over to our website, again, kget.com. And also performing tonight, Slightly Stupid, taking the stage at the Dignity Health Amphitheater for their Summer Traditions 2022 tour with their multi-genre fusion of rock, reggae, and blues. Now, it starts at 5 p.m., and they will share the stage with special guests Pepper, Common Kings, and Fortunate Youth. Tickets are still available from $5 to $85.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
All right, well, around the state, monarch butterflies are now listed as endangered because of fast dwindling populations here in North America. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature announced that designation today, as they estimate monarch populations have declined between 22% and 72% over the last decade. After wintering in central Mexico, the butterflies migrate north to Canada, traveling right over California. As you know, they're often seen right here in Kern County, in Tehachapi, especially along their route. Now, the butterflies are imperiled by loss of habitat and increased use of herbicides and pesticides for our agriculture, as well as being affected by climate change. And meanwhile, in the housing market, rising mortgage rates have combined with already high home prices to discourage would-be buyers. Mortgage applications have declined sharply, with sales of previously occupied homes falling for 5 straight months now, during what is generally the busiest time of year in real estate. All signals point toward the Federal Reserve continuing to raise interest rates to combat inflation, promising little relief for potential buyers, at least for the rest of this year. 70 years ago today, Kern County forever changed. A 7.3 magnitude earthquake, the third strongest in recorded California history, shook buildings and shook nerves throughout much of the Southern Valley. We have 17's Robert Price joining us today, and you've been researching the seismic legacy of Kern County as you were talking about this special. Yeah.
Let me tell you more about it. 7 decades since that 1952 earthquake, which destroyed the town of Tehachapi, badly damaged the town of Arvin, and killed 12 people. The strongest of the many aftershocks that followed 33 days later killed 2 more people and really changed the face of Bakersfield. Just to put that 52 earthquake into perspective, I also looked at 4 of the dozen other major California earthquakes that came along since the summer of 1952, and I think this underscores just how significant the Kern County earthquake truly was.
Few places on Earth are as vulnerable to the capricious whims of this planet's seismic tantrums than the Golden State. Some California earthquakes between magnitude 6.6 and 7.8 are the most famous in the nation's memory. 2019, 7.1 Ridgecrest. 30 million people from Sacramento to Baja, Mexico, felt its 24 shocks and aftershocks over 3 terrifying days. 1994, 6.7, Northridge. Its peak G-force acceleration was the highest ever recorded with modern instrumentation in a North American city. 1989, 6.9, Loma Prieta. It felled Bay Area freeway interchanges, interrupted a World Series,
Oakland A's take. I'll tell you what, we're having an earthquake.
And caused $10 billion in damage. 1971, 6.6, Sylmar. Epicenter, the Magic Mountain Amusement Park, rattling outward 300 miles along the Southern California coast. It killed 65 and injured 2,000. As devastating as those major California earthquakes were, they pale in comparison to 2 earlier in the 20th century. 1906, 7.8, San Francisco. Between the collapsed buildings and the ensuing fires, the 06 earthquake killed 3,000 and displaced nearly 250,000. And this, 1952, 7.3, Bakersfield. The 3rd largest earthquake in recorded California history devastated the small towns of Tehachapi and Arvin. It was but a prelude, however. Seismic activity shook chandeliers and nerves for 33 long days, culminating in what we remember today as the Bakersfield earthquake of August 22nd, 1952, the Tehachapi quake's deadly bookend.
All right, Robert, that gave me chills. I have goosebumps. What was it like researching each of those?
It was fun. I love history. I love Kern County history. I think our viewers love history. And this was just, when I realized the 70th anniversary was coming up, I knew what I'd be doing this time of year.
And you've been working on this for weeks. What was it like talking to the people who remember that day?
A lot of people, it was kind of foggy. They sometimes get the July earthquake and the August earthquake kind of mixed up. And I'm like, no, if it was the morning, it was July. And
right.
Okay. Because it was 70 years ago. But there are a surprising number of people who remember it. I'm hearing from people saying, hey, you should interview me too because I have some great stories.
Wow. And so all that will be included in your piece tonight at 7:30, and then we'll put it up online afterward?
Yes, exactly.
Great, to be able to catch it. Okay. Yep. Well, Robert, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your research. It's been weeks in the making. We're excited to see it, even though it's a somber anniversary to remember.
Yep. Thank you.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.